Remember this? Well, today we are back and
mgeni siku ya kwanza mpe wali na panza. Mgeni siku ya pili ashakuwa mwenyeji. And due to public demand, we are back at this site in Loresho where we toured their villa listing, and today we'll be checking out the 4-bedroom townhouse starting on a 1/4 acre with prices starting from 96 million Kenya shilling. The house is 651 square meters. It is a mixed development, and therefore you have apartments, you have townhouses, and you have the villas that we saw last time. But for today, let's go and see what they have to offer. Let's start the show at the front of the property, and you have your entry opening to your parking area, and on this side you have a lawn space that they're still working on. Landscaping is still taking shape, and you can see that they're doing a live fence around the property. And from this side we have a better view of the facade with a bluestone cladding, a lighter shade where you have the entry porch, and they have also done 2 shades of stucco, aluminium windows. We are going to see how that plays out inside. Let's proceed to this side where you have your steps, and on this other side you have a ramp just in case you need to move in something inside the house, and you have this hardwood door opening to your entry foyer, which is quite spacious. And on this side you have a small storage area, therefore making good use of the staircase, and that storage space continues to this side where they have their servers. And looking towards this side you have your powder section, which is well done. I like the lighting fixture inside there next to the vanity, your water closet with a hidden cistern. And moving on to this side you have the guest bedroom, and I like the positioning of this guest bedroom just next to the entry, and you have teak wood on the floors, and the wallpaper is really well done. Someone commented on the video that we did for this property last time that the staging is really well done.
yes, they really did a good job with the staging, including the part where they gave us a space for storage right underneath the staircase. You can see how they did those blinders and separators. I mean, that's a very creative way to do it and make it look beautiful as well.
For sure, And on this side, you have the bathroom for the guest, also very spacious. I like the use of ceiling-mounted lighting fixtures, which we also saw in the other house, and the tiling is also very well done.
Yes, and one thing about these guys is they give you enough space, especially for your bathrooms and the living spaces as well.
That's for sure. And back at the foyer, this is what Willis was talking about, and this actually also gives you safety as you climb the staircase. Instead of using let's say a glass rail. So they made this as their rail. And moving on to this side, you have plants within this living space. So unlike the other unit that we toured last time that had a double volume for the living lounge, so this one gets it's only 1 level, and therefore you have your bar area on this side, your sitting area on this side. What do you think about this staging, Willis?
I mean, it's nice, especially for a living room, because a lot of people would tend to put a TV there, which is counterproductive for a living room. I'd like to have
conversations.
I'd like to have the TV right upstairs, the TV room.
Makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't see the need of having a TV here if you're still going to have another one in the family room. It beats the purpose of having the TV or the family room upstairs.
However, I wouldn't have staged it with a bar there, or maybe and the
wine
there.
station.
I would preferably maybe stage with books.
That would look really lovely. It all depends.
So have a something like a console, like a TV console, but not really a console, and then now cabinetry for books.
Exactly.
Going up,
You can do a very nice shelving over here, and that will look amazing. Yeah? But overall, really well done. There's a lot of natural lighting with this space because of the many windows and the sliding doors that you have on this side. And on this side, you have a very nice console. I like how they played out this. You can see that this is something that actually someone tailor-made for this space. It's not something that they just went and picked somewhere.
Yes.
And that is the beauty of seeing effort. We appreciate effort where we see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think one of the most important things they did for these villas is having them staged and staged well. That's
for sure. Yeah. Because it gives the to-be owners or the prospective buyers an idea of how exactly those spaces would look like.
Yes.
And it goes a long way even in helping you drive sales. And you have your sliding doors over here. Let's proceed to this side, past your sliding glass doors, where you have an outdoor lounging area. And on this other side, they have staged this space as an outdoor breakfast area. And like the high stools that they have used, the staging is really good. It's hard not to pay attention to the staging. We might even end up talking about the staging more than
the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did a pretty good job with the staging.
That's for sure.
And you can see all these are like custom-made pieces. So it sparks a conversation of having stuff like this because it's not common to see them.
Exactly, yeah?
Yeah.
And on this side, we have the backyard, the garden. From here, we can see how the house looks from the back. More use of the blue stone. We have been seeing this stone in a couple of houses. I always like how this stands out, especially because as it ages, it gains more character.
Yeah. I mean, it blues as it ages, so I mean that's an interesting thing to see as well.
Yes, yeah.
And you cannot even say that this is slightly below a quarter of an acre.
Yeah.
Because the kind of space you have here at the back,
it's quite a lot.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah. It's a huge garden. So landscaping is still being worked on. I mean, by the time they're done with these properties, of course, it will be fully done. And you can see how the other townhouses play out. The beauty of building on such a topography, which is a slopey area, is that the houses get different levels. People get more privacy. And again, you have the light fences coming up. So once you have that fully grown, you maximize on that privacy that you're talking about. And moving on to this side, I've even noticed that they have done garden lightings, which look beautiful. I would actually want to be here tonight just to see how these lightings light up the place, yeah?
Yes, and the reason why it's covered is because it's still under construction, so they don't want to
there's a lot of course. Yeah, this is the garden lightings we're talking about.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of construction going on. I mean, you can hear the noise for yourself. And you can walk back to your parking area in case you are coming home with kitchen stuff. So you'll park there, come with the stuff. You have your entry to the laundry area of this side. Laundry is quite spacious. You have a lot of room here and you have enough shopping done for you. I like that they're actually doing this shopping for you because there are certain places where they just leave a room and call it a laundry.
With just provision where you can plug in your machine.
Yeah. But in this case, you have some storage areas which you're going to need. And even the use of stone on this, having this is quite important because you can even iron from this point. And on this other side, you have a door that opens to the pantry space, another good use of the space beneath your staircase. And moving on to this side, you have this door that opens to the kitchen space. Kitchen is quite spacious. You have a lot of room over here. Cabinetry is well done. A lot of people commended the white appeal that they went with. Looks neat. You have your fixed appliances, Bosch, which is good to see. I like the shade that they went for the backsplash, just to give it, a bit of contrast.
Yeah.
And you have your burners on that side and your smoke extractor. And on this other side, you have your double sink, a sizable window, ensuring you get tons of natural light within this space. And you also get a dishwasher. And coming to this side, you have space enough for your side-by-side door fridge. And then you have this section that you'd call a breakfast bar. And again, you have the high stools. I like the use of dual counters so that you have the counter serving the the bar area, and this other counter serving the kitchen side.
Yeah.
And moving on to this other side, you have your dining area, and I like, again, talking about the staging, this table looks like a two-piecer, and I had to look beneath just to see how they have been fitted.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see there's actually a joint that holds them together. So I'm assuming that moving this would be easy because you don't need to, like, you can separate them.
Yes.
Which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. And you have a table console on this side, enough windows again, so there's a lot of natural lighting within this space. And with that, we are done with the ground level. Now let's proceed towards the staircase so that we can see what we have on the first floor. Off your staircase landing, you step into your family room, and this is what Willis was talking about, that it would be ideal to have a TV in this room rather than having it in the living lounge.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And I like how spacious it is.
It is, for sure.
Even unlike the other bigger house, they have more space.
The other one had a very small, because of the double volume space, they had a very small TV area, but this one is quite spacious. You can even see how you can come and hang around this place as a family.
Yes.
And I walked around the couch just to show you how spacious it is. It's quite spacious. I like how they have done with the lighting. The lighting fixture looks really nice. And on this side, on the wall, they have done a bit of paneling. The artworks look good. And I like the floating shelf. This is such a beauty. I mean, I think this is what I need for my house.
Yes.
Simple and just good, elegant.
Elegant. And you can see how that plays, especially even in the other house in Syokimau. They had just a simple setup for TV.
Simplicity is the overkill.
Yes.
On this side, you have this door opening to bedroom number 1 on this level, bedroom number 2 in the house, your wardrobes on this side. And I like how clean these wardrobes look, and that in actually every bedroom, you get these pull-out mirrors in every bedroom, which I think is a nice touch to have, because we rarely see them in other places.
Yes.
Mainly in the primary bedroom, but not in the other bedrooms.
But in my conclusion, I've come to realize that you really love that mirror.
I do. I see, I look at it as effort. Every time I see effort, I appreciate it. On this other side, you have your bed. Well done. I specifically love this room in this house because I feel it is well naturally lit. You have a lot of windows on both sides, and this perhaps is why you have, we were even debating, is it because of the positioning of the sun at the moment? Or what is it?
I think that's one of the major reason, because then and now you can see there's a difference.
There's a bit of a difference, but there's still a lot of natural light within this room compared to the others.
And the floating thing they tried to do here, I mean, it's a good thing they tried to do. However, they didn't execute the floating part well, because you can see those steel.
You can see the steel blocks.
I would just love them to have bars that are hidden, just going inside of the wood instead of under the wood. And then now have the mirror the same way they have done it.
It would definitely look way better if you wouldn't see those steel blocks. And moving on, I mean steel rods. And moving on to this side, you have the bathroom space with a vanity on this side, and your hidden cistern, water closet, your shower area. Every room feels elegant. It's quite spacious, as you can see, and back to the teak floors that feel very good. Someone asked why I was not wearing socks in the last video. It's because I wanted to absorb the energy of the teak floors.
I wanted to feel the wood.
I wanted to feel the wood. So on this side, you have bedroom number 3. You walk into your bathroom area, similar setup to what you have on the other side, with the vanity, the washroom, the water closet, and the shower area. And then you have your bed space with the wardrobes on that side. I like the shelving they added over there. And I mean, every bedroom gets this dresser, and it's a different design. In the other bedroom, Willis was talking about the floating one, but in this case, you can see it's a different design, but it looks elegant.
Yes, it does.
Really well done. And then you have your your bed on that side, you have those ceiling mounted headlamps, and you have a few downlighters just to spice up the room, but just give it enough lighting. And back to the family room, you have this door opening to the primary bedroom. And last time when we saw this primary bedroom, we all were very impressed with the headboard. That was the first thing that caught our eye.
Yes, they really did an impressive job with that headboard, because you see it's now being used as a side table as well, and you know, just the overall aesthetic with the floating bed, it's a nice one.
Looks amazing. So someone asked whether they're selling with the furniture. No, this is staging. It is to show you how the house looks like, but you can always have those discussions, and obviously you'd have to pay extra for the furniture, or even if you want them to do your interior. So it's always something that you can talk about. On that other side, you have a balcony. I mean, you have the sliding doors that open to the balcony, well staged with those seats overlooking your garden, your neighbor's garden, and you can just picture this place in a year's time when you have those live fences grown. You won't be seeing all this concrete. You'll be seeing a lot of greenery. Which is a good thing to see.
Especially that high wall that they are planning to put live
behind. That's an interesting that will look amazing. And on this other side, I didn't talk about this, but I'm sure we should point it out. The full-length table console that they did looks really lovely. You can see it's sort of a theme that they were going with here. And to that end, I think they probably should have had a mirror. Because even that down later should be lighting something there. For sure.
So, for her when she's doing her makeup.
For her makeup. That would be the makeup station. And moving on to this side, you have wardrobes on both sides. So probably his, and you have hers on this side, and you have a mirror you have a window over here to ensure you get your tons of natural lighting. And then you have this door opening to the bathroom. There's just a feeling you get with these spaces. For example, this is not it's not the biggest bathroom we have seen for a primary bedroom, but the arrangement is superb. You have your double vanity over there. It doesn't even feel squeezed, yet it is not that big. And then on this other side, you have your water closet, well placed, and next to it you have your shower area. The only thing I feel is that for the shower area, they had an opportunity to do 2 rain heads, which they didn't. It was spacious enough. You can still have the door over here, the glass door over here, but still looks good, elegant. Probably a change that I would make. I like the idea of having 2 rain heads in the shower. And on this other side, you have your freestanding tub. I think at this point, freestanding tub should be the standard. Okay, but so back to the shower before we really move on to the tub. I concur with you. I would double shower heads, and then I will have my niche to that side where the shower is placed now, but the double shower heads will be on that wall that is facing us. On that side. So you have them coming on this way, from that wall, and then you have the niches on this side, which would look really good. So I feel that's something I would probably change. And back to this side, you have your tub, and I noticed how they played around because they didn't give it a niche. They gave it somewhere you could place your shower gels and so on. And it looks nice, looks elegant, but I think a niche would be a good addition. However, for that plan that you are doing, because you could enter straight at the center of the shower, I think they would have just pushed the tub closer. Closer. And then you wouldn't have the need for that plant there, because it's just to fill an empty space. Exactly.
And then now have a bigger mirror,
bigger window.
That drops down low a bit, and then have one of those freestanding faucets as well for the tub.
Exactly. It will look really, it will be a good addition. I think that just goes to show that even with smaller spaces, you can still play around with it and come up with something elegant. And with that, we are done with the primary bedroom. Now let's go back and take the staircase so that we can see what you have on the rooftop. Off your staircase landing, you have this glass door that opens to the rooftop, and the sun is scorching. Unfortunately, I forgot my glasses, so don't mind my face, yeah? And you have a lot of space over here because it is a wraparound space, yeah?
Yeah.
So goes all the way to that side, continues back to that side. I mean, your kids will love running around this space for sure. They can even ride their bicycles on this space, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you can do a backpacking station over here, and I think it would be amazing to host over here. I saw someone say in the last video that they would do a lot of hosting in this house because, I mean, on the rooftop.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see a space like this one where you can have a lounging seat here, maybe a fire pit, and then lounging seats to the other side.
For sure.
Maybe a dining setup of some sort. You can have a lot of things going on here. And beneath there where you see it looks like a chimney really, but it's not a chimney. You can have the barbecue setup done there so that you can convert it now to a chimney.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good use of space.
Yeah.
And the beauty of chilling on this rooftop is that your neighborhood will look very beautiful, and look at all the greenery in the neighborhood. I mean,
yes, I mean to this side all you can see is greenery going all the way there. And the other thing you can see is beautiful homes from your neighbors.
Exactly.
So it's not really an eyesore to be here. It's interesting.
And the fact that you have some mature trees that the developer has maintained in this estate to makes it look way even more better. And they have also planted a lot of bamboo as part of the life fence. And you know how bamboo grows tall. So once these life fences have caught up, it will be a very green neighborhood.
It will be magical here. You'd definitely love being here. It wouldn't even seem like a concrete jungle.
Yeah, exactly. So if you've been interested in this property, all you have to do is call Ray. I noticed that even after explaining it in the video last time, some people are not very clear on the prices. So as we mentioned in the beginning of this tour, this unit is available for from 96 million Kenya shilling. The differences are in the sizing of the land, whether it's a quarter, a full quarter, a bigger quarter, a smaller one, slightly smaller. And they also have villas, which we toured the villa last time, a few weeks ago. And the villas start from 108 million Kenya shilling. And if you'll be interested in the apartment, the prices start from 66 million Kenya shilling. So Corey, he'll bring you here. You're going to see this project. It's a very beautiful project. Completion date is, these houses will be ready for occupation by the end of the year. But obviously we are working with the first quarter of 2026, And see you when you make that call, In the meantime, have a good time. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't given us a like, please consider giving us a like. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.